All right, let's dive into this. We've got a mountain of research and personal stories about cancer and glutathione. Seems like everyone's looking for some clarity, right?
Absolutely. It's a topic that can feel pretty overwhelming, for sure. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? To dig through it all and see what we can uncover, especially about this glutathione everyone's talking about.
Yeah, this Dr. Marin Neumi's work really jumped out at me. He seems to be a leading voice talking about a holistic approach to cancer. What's the deal with that?
Dr. Neumu's work is fascinating. He goes way beyond just the physical aspects of cancer. He's really emphasizing the emotional and lifestyle factors, too.
Interesting. So there's like a whole body approach, not just treating the disease itself.
Exactly. He views cancer as an imbalance, a disruption of the body's natural harmony. And that's where glutathione comes in, or as he often calls it, GCH.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does glutathione fit into this imbalance idea?
Well, Dr. Nonimi's a big believer in the power of glutathione to maintain what he calls cellular balance. He's got this whole concept of cellular memory, which I found really interesting.
Cellular memory. I've never heard of that.
It's the idea that even after a tumor is gone, like after surgery or treatment, there might still be a sort of memory of it left behind at the cellular level.
Huh. So it's like the cells remember the cancer. Could that mean a higher risk of it coming back?
That's exactly what Dr. Nonimi's research suggests. But here's the thing. He believes glutathione can play a role in resetting that cellular memory.
Wow. So it's not just about getting rid of the tumor, it's about almost like retraining the body, right?
Exactly. And that's where the holistic approach comes in. It's about supporting your body's natural defenses, even after treatment, through things like lifestyle changes and, you guessed it, glutathione supplementation.
You know, we got that research paper about stress and cancer recurrence. The one that said chronic stress can really weaken your immune system, making it easier for cancer to take hold again. Seems connected to this whole body harmony thing, right?
Totally. It all ties together. Dr. Nonimis talks a lot about stress management techniques, meditation, spending time in nature, fostering strong relationships. He really believes these things can make a world of difference.
It's almost like taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, not just zeroing in on the disease itself.
Exactly. It's about creating an environment where your body can thrive, not just survive. And that's where glutathione, as a powerful antioxidant, really shines.
Okay, so we've talked about glutathione's role in this cellular memory thing, but you're saying it's also a powerful antioxidant. What does that even mean?
Right. So basically, antioxidants like glutathione help neutralize these harmful molecules called free radicals, which can damage our cells and potentially lead to cancer. Think of it like this.
Hold on, free radicals.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those unstable molecules, right? They're missing an electron or something, which makes them want to snatch one from healthy cells.
You got it. And that's where the damage happens. Antioxidants like glutathione come in and neutralize those free radicals, stopping them from causing harm in the first place.
So it's not just about fighting existing cancer cells, it's about protecting healthy cells from becoming cancerous.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even cooler. Glutathione also supports something called apoptosis. It's basically a self-destruct button for damaged cells.
Wait, so our bodies can just tell damaged cells to self-destruct, like a built-in quality control
Well,
system?
exactly. It's incredible, right? And glutathione plays a key role in keeping that system running smoothly.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So we make glutathione naturally, but things like stress and aging can mess that up, right?
You got it. And that's where supplementation comes in, especially nanometric glutathione, which is what Dr. Nonimis recommends. It's more easily absorbed by the body.
So it's like giving your body a helping hand, a boost to its natural defenses.
Precisely. And this can be especially helpful for people who might be at higher risk of cancer, like those with a family history or who've already gone through treatment.
This is all fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like Dr. Marin the gap between conventional medicine and a more, I don't know, natural approach.
100%. He's not saying to ditch conventional treatments. It's about integrating them with lifestyle changes, emotional well-being, and targeted supplementation. It's about empowering the body to heal itself.
It's a really intriguing perspective, that's for sure. And it sounds like it's not just about living longer, but living better, right? Having more vitality.
Exactly. It's about thriving, not just surviving. He emphasizes feeling energized, engaged with life, even while battling something as serious as cancer.
I love that. It's not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Now, you mentioned nanometric glutathione. What makes it so special?
Well, it all comes down to size, really, and how easily our bodies can absorb it.
Like regular glutathione's too big or something?
Yeah. Kind of. See, our digestive system is pretty harsh. It can break down regular glutathione before it even gets a chance to do its thing.
So it's like we're swallowing it, but our bodies aren't really getting the full benefit.
Exactly. But nanometric glutathione, because it's broken down into these teeny tiny particles.
Nano-sized. You said it before, it's like shrinking it down.
Right. So these nano-sized particles, they can slip right through those digestive barriers and get straight into the bloodstream where they can really get to work.
So it's all about bioavailability, making sure the good stuff actually gets to where it's needed.
Yeah, nailed it. And because it's absorbed so well, you actually need less of it to get the same benefits. Makes you think, huh?
Quality over quantity.
Oh.
And this reminds me, we were talking earlier about how Dr. Marco Marín is not saying to ditch conventional treatments. It's more about using nanometric glutathione alongside those treatments.
You're catching on quick. He's actually done quite a bit of research on how nanometric glutathione might even help to protect healthy cells from some of the side effects of chemotherapy.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I mean, we all know chemo can be really rough, to say the least. If there's something that can make that experience even a bit easier, that's huge.
Totally. And that brings us to another one of Dr. Nonimi's key concepts, what he calls active survivorship.
Active survivorship. What's that all about?
It's the idea that, surviving cancer isn't just about, well, surviving. It's about really living your life to the fullest, even after treatment.
Okay, so it's like reclaiming your life,
Yeah.
not letting cancer define
Yeah,
you.
exactly. It's about realizing that cancer might have been a chapter in your story, but it doesn't have to be the whole book, right?
That's a good way to put it. And glutathione can play a role in that.
It can, especially with its ability to support healthy cells and get rid of toxins. Remember, it's all about giving your body what it needs to thrive.
Right. We talked about that woman's story, the one who used glutathione after her treatment, and said it made a huge difference in her energy levels. She felt like a new person, right?
Absolutely. And there are tons of stories just like hers. While we always need more research, these personal experiences really do speak volumes.
It's like that saying, the proof is in the pudding, or something like that.
Something like that. Anyways, it just goes to show you the potential here.
Okay, so we've covered a lot about supporting the body after treatment, but what about early detection? Where does that fit in?
Oh, that's a great question. Dr. Nonimi's a huge advocate for early detection. He believes in it wholeheartedly.
Even though he's so focused on prevention and long-term health, that seems kind of interesting.
He sees it all as connected. You can do all the right things to support your body, but sometimes, things happen. So being proactive about screenings is still super important.
It's like you're stacking the deck in your favor.
Right. Think of it this way. Catching cancer early, when it's still in its early stages, means a better chance of successful treatment. Things like surgery or radiation might be enough. You might not even need the more aggressive stuff.
And that makes a huge difference, not just in terms of survival, but in terms of your quality of life during and after treatment.
Absolutely. And that brings us right back to that holistic approach. It's not just one thing, it's everything. It's lifestyle, it's emotional well-being, it's early detection, it's supporting your body's natural healing power.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
It's like taking control of your health, being proactive instead of reactive. It's almost like he's shifting the whole narrative around cancer. It's less about fear and more about empowerment.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I really appreciate about his approach. He really stresses the importance of personal responsibility, but without the blame game. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. It's not about pointing fingers and saying you did this to yourself. It's about recognizing what you do have control over and using that to support your body's natural ability to heal.
100%. Like he says, knowledge is power. The more you understand about how cancer works, the risks, the ways to support your body, the better equipped you are to make good decisions about your health.
Speaking of which, there was that study you shared about environmental toxins and cancer. It really made me stop and think about all the stuff we're exposed to every day that could be impacting our health without us even realizing it.
Oh, absolutely. Dr. Nonimi talks about that a lot. He's a big advocate for being aware of those hidden toxins in our environment. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the products we use.
It's like being a detective in your own life.
Yeah.
Paying attention to the little things you might not normally think about.
Exactly. Reading labels, choosing organic when you can, filtering your water, even thinking about the cleaning products you're using. Those small changes can make a world of difference.
It's all about creating that internal environment where your body can thrive, right?
Exactly. And like Dr. Nonimi says, it's about adding life to your years, not just years to your life.
Love that. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the science to the personal stories As we wrap up this deep dive, is there one big takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with?
More than anything, I hope people listening realize that they're not powerless. You have more control over your health than you might think. By educating yourself, making informed choices, and being proactive, you can really make a difference.
Beautifully said. Sometimes that's all it takes, that little spark of empowerment, that belief that you can take control. It can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
So to everyone listening, keep asking those questions, keep exploring, and never, ever give up on your health.